And man, Dio is a bastard. I swear to God. Jumping into this week in JoJo, we lose another character, Kakyoin, and in which, to be fair, or at least for all the credit in which that they sort of shown us a little bit about Kakyoin's past and how we felt about all of his teammates so far, of them trying to go double dragon and come over here and, or at least like them beating the shit out of boss after boss after boss like a fucking beat 'em up game, and then finally reaching Dio. To be fair, it was actually rather commendable to actually see something about his past, of saying like how he felt when he was a kid and how long Hierophant Green was with him, and you know, it's actually really and even to his final moments, it actually still showed like how creative he was with actually creating, or at least like using Hierophant Green to actually sort of attack Dio, of making I think it was called the Emerald Barrier or a Hierophant Barrier, in which that if Dio, if he touched like one of these lines, it's like a Hierophant Splash will come out of nowhere, or at least like it'll hit him from his blind side. But give or take with that though, Kakyoin, he was the person to actually sort of figure out Dio's ability to stop time. And the world is a lot like, well, as we already know, it's a lot like Star Platinum, but throwing that ability on there as well makes him way more devastating than what Star Platinum I would want to say could ever be. But with how things are going, it's like, this fucker's really fucking dangerous, because he can, well, at least with just one punch, he, like, I think the world punched straight through Kakyoin's stomach. But honestly, from that though, is that once Kakyoin, he figures it out and he relays the message to Joseph, Joseph goes all Spider-Man on his ass and tries to get the fuck away from Dio, like, once he figures that out, and it's like, this fucker's very, very fucking dangerous. However, it's actually really nice though that he still has Hamon, which that is something that he uses to actually try and keep Dio away from. Because Dio, even though Dio could kill Joseph in a second, he can't necessarily touch him, because I think it's because it's his pure nature, and it would really fucking sting him if he tried to drink his blood and shit. But however, with that, he does tend to do his Dio does freeze time and does his most interesting ability, the one where he throws his knives at you, to the point in which that, like, or at least that move, thinking about it, is so fucking devastating, because it's like, no matter what it is, he just freezes time and throws shit at him, which really, I started thinking about it, and I'm like, Dio, he went on to say that at first that he could only stop time for a blink of an eye to 2 seconds to 3 seconds, and then as the wounds on his neck heals, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point in which that he could maybe even do it for hours. But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, well, at that point, just getting for the 5 seconds that he has now, that is way more devastating than him needing it for like a whole fucking hour, because I'm like, really thinking about it, he can just throw a fucking knife at you and you wouldn't know what happened. However, that could still be with the problem that the world still has the problem of, what was it, of it needing a field in order to work. However, I do have to make a small mention here. Dio broke a cat in half, but like, just like when he went down to do his final attack to Joseph, he did the most unnecessary shit ever. He fucking broke a cat in half, and pushed him, knocked the man's like face in, causing him to bump into a lady to set her face on fire, and then like the cat's body parts fell into like this man's burger and drink and shit like that. I was like, Dio, was that even necessary? Was it? Because it really wasn't fucking necessary to break all these people into pieces just to get to Joseph. But either way, even though Joseph, he did necessarily relay the message on to Jotaro, still says, fuck it, I'm about to go ahead and I'm about to match Dio fist to fist. And as far as I know, he seems to be holding up pretty nicely, but either way, who knows what's going to happen on the next episode. So please, until that happens, please like this video. Tell me what do you think about it down there in the comment section. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'll catch you next time. I'm out.